Hi everyone, I'm Nadia, and in today's video I'm using my xTool machine to customize some resin beach cutting boards. I'm going to be using my laser machine first and then adding on my resin wave. This is a board that I bought a while ago with the turtle on it, so we're going to follow that theme with these two cutting boards, and I'm going to laser on some sea critters to follow the sea theme. And if you missed the video where I unboxed this machine and set it up, I'll leave it linked above if you want to check it out. This is such a cool machine, and it's such a convenient size as well. Not only can it be used to add on designs of your choice, but it's also perfect for personalization, which makes a great gift. They're currently having a Black Friday sale, which is their best deals of the year, and I'll have all of the information in my description. I made sure that the xTool is connected to my laptop, and then using the xTool Creative Space, I just dragged on a PNG image of a dolphin. I adjusted the size, and then using the framing feature from the Creative Space, I can see approximately how big it would be on my board, and then adjust the size accordingly. You have to make sure that the two lasers are aligned. Once you place in your item, you'll be able to see a red laser and a blue laser, and using the knob on the side of the machine, you can adjust it so that they're on top of each other. Then I input the material, and they have a list of materials already available for you to select. Since I'm working on a wooden board, I selected the wooden coaster and figured that would be close enough. Then when you're ready and happy with the size, you just click on Process. From there, you click a button on the machine to confirm. I'm leaving this clip in real time so you can see how quick it works. Then I went back and made a smaller dolphin to be next to the bigger dolphin. And here it is. For my next board, I'm going to be adding on some starfish, and again, I'm using a PNG image and following the same steps to figure out the size and placement. This time I'm going to be lasering the bottom corner of the board. And again, once I'm ready, I click on Process. Now that I have my sea-themed boards, I'm going to be prepping them for a layer of resin, and I do this by adding painter's tape onto the back side. I added it all along the back edges of the board, though I probably could have skipped the very bottom where I won't be applying resin at all. This will help to catch any resin drops that flow over, and I'll easily be able to remove them the following day. I prop them up onto cups and start to mix in my resin. After mixing for several minutes, I separate it into smaller cups to add in my pigments. The first pigment I'm using is Craft Resin's mica powder in the shade turquoise. Followed by Craft Resin's mica powder in the shade emerald green. And for my white, I'm using Just Resin's pigment paste in the shade titanium white. I start by adding my turquoise pigmented resin towards the top of my boards, and I use a silicone makeup brush to help spread that out. As always, I'll have all the products that you see in this video listed in my description, so be sure to check that out if you're interested in giving this tutorial a try. I didn't add too much mica powder so that it wouldn't be too opaque, and I want to be able to see the dolphins underneath my layer of resin. Then I poured on my emerald green pigmented resin. And again, using the silicone makeup brush, I spread it out. I poured on a little bit more resin to make sure that all of the edges were also covered in a thin layer. When I'm ready to add on my waves, I start by pouring a little bit of clear resin first. Then I pour on my white pigmented resin. And using a heat gun, I blow out the waves. Then directly after my heat gun, I use a torch gun, which helps to open up some of the lacing. I'll have extra tips from today's video on my Patreon page. If you're interested in learning more, I'll have that linked in my description. And I do the same for the remaining two boards. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do 1 or 2 waves, but I really like how the waves turned out on these smaller boards, whereas the wave with the larger board with the turtle took on kind of a weird shape. So I am actually going to be leaving on the tape for that one and adding on 1 more wave. But I removed the painter's tape on the smaller boards and the resin drips came right off. And here's the final product. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Follow me on my Instagram, Summer Girl Designs, and my mom's Instagram, Wild Heart Resin Art.